Do you want to switch now? That we're
okay.
Now that because this is what I don't do.
Okay, all right. Then we can switch real quick. We can switch.
Joey says this
because I'm like, yeah,
what I'm not finna do.
Yeah, that is his thing. I'm this thing in the audio thing.
We get you, friend.
Yeah,
we get you. When am I gonna get my chance at the soundboard? Is the real question.
Hey, you can do it now. If you know how to do the stream,
not today. It won't be any drops.
Not today.
What'd you say?
Always remember that you can be on the drops if you want to.
You know what?
You good, G?
You know what? I didn't even jack up my camera.
Yeah, I know. My fault.
Damn, man.
Damn. This was personal at this point.
Now we finna hear the audio and be like, look, why Kurt got 2? Why Mitch got 2? Where Mitch and Kurt at?
Yeah, fact.
I'm telling you, it's the same questions every week.
Every week.
If we know this, then why are y'all stressing me out every week? Though?
Now, if we know this, why y'all stressing me out?
For sure. I'm just trying to.
Yeah. And I left a little bit over the speaker so that everybody can.
Okay, I got you. All right, yeah, we here. The gang is in the building. Yeah. And like that, we are off with another episode of the Real Fake Therapy Podcast, the Fake Therapy Podcast. And I am your host, the big dog, Kurt Dempsey, aka Beyonce. Did you enjoy your time in Paris? Well, yes, I did. Paris is always fun. And if you are watching live with us on this Friday night, twitch.tv/Fake Therapy Podcast, YouTube Fake Therapy Podcast, Facebook Fake Therapy Podcast, to the right of me is none other than my dog, my homie, my ace, Otissa Jokiana Harrison is in the building. Brianna, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
Absolutely. And then, of course, if y'all are downloading the podcast, listening to the podcast on a Sunday, you can hear this brother's voice across the room from me. It's none other than the third musketeer, Donnie Thornberry.
Jibby to the skibby of the hibbity hop of the skibbity hoop.
Joey Mitch is in the building. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. I'm stupid.
For sure. You cleaned the Donnie up.
He said, "Cleaned the Donnie up."
I liked it though.
Yeah.
It wasn't all because every week we get a different kind of Donnie. It's like, who the fuck is this nigga today?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
you fucking with that. You fucking with that. Yes, indeed. And we are the greatest trio since Huey, Louie, and Dewey. We are in the building, and as you can hear, we have a special guest today. This brother here is a part of Crow Radio. Did I get that right? Crow Radio is none other than Khalil Shabazz. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, brother. By the will of Allah, I'm doing good, brother. Thanks for asking.
No, absolutely. We finna have an amazing pie episode today. We got some dope ass topics. You know what I'm saying? But as always, we're gonna kick this off with the 48 laws of hustle. And today's law is law number 12. Do it right or don't do it at all. Done right, there's only one way to do it, and that's the right way. If you can't do it right, someone else will. Don't lose your spot by taking shortcuts. Plain and simple. Just like
that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
I know, right? Yeah. Let's get some. That was number 12.
Okay.
That was number 12. So we making some inroads for sure. We making some inroads. But as always, we're gonna kick this off with the icebreaker. Real fun. The weather here in Chicago is starting to break. So they like to say it's soup season. So I'm asking all of y'all, what's y'all favorite soup?
That's funny that you said that because I was just talking shit earlier and I just mentioned onion soup. I don't know why, but that should be fine. I like tortilla soup. I don't know all of them. I don't know. Only one I don't like is chicken noodle. That's crazy.
You don't like chicken noodle soup?
Nah, man. People be making that shit bland as hell.
That's what that's.
I did have it a couple days ago. We snapped on that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, but you are right though. People do be tweaking.
Yeah,
be tweaking on
bland
that
sometimes. And the other soups is you probably won't get bland. You might get what you're looking for in those soups.
That's legit.
No, for sure. What you got an answer, bro?
Man, I can't even remember the name of it. I'm kind of new to Olive Garden.
For sure.
Like I'm kind of a late bloomer, so to speak. I probably went like a couple months ago, and I had this soup they got there, bro. Like I can't even remember. It was
Is
like
it the one with the
vegetable and nachi or something like that. Like I think
The
it's
yoki.
GNO.
the yoki, the chicken yoki
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
it was something like that, bro.
That's my
That
shit.
thing was fire, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, man, y'all.
with the dumplings and shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The chicken yoki at
Yeah.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, they definitely
For sure.
we classify that under Mike Hood because they Mike Hood did something with that.
Oh God. Oh God.
Legit.
Oh God. Brianna, you got a soup?
I'm a chicken noodle girl.
Um,
Yeah,
Or
no,
you
I'm a
with
simpleton.
soda on the side.
I'm a simpleton. You know what? But you know what? When I do think about it, I think about when my grandmother made it because she, she made a good. So it's just like when you said it be bland, I'm like, maybe he's thinking Progresso. But I because I haven't had anyone else's. I guess I haven't had anyone else's to see if they are lacking in the salt department.
For
But
sure.
no, like chicken noodle, and then like the traditional beef stew in the wintertime.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, that'd be my go-to bag. Sometimes I will replace the beef with the chicken though, because I don't really like the red meat. But
No, for sure. Me on the other hand, I'm a big soup guy. I like soup all year round. You feel me? Cheddar broccoli, New England clam chowder. That's my shit. I like a good chicken noodle. You feel me? I'm you know what I'm saying? Loaded potato soup. Like I just like soup. Period.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So like,
legit.
Question:
yeah, I'm listening.
Do you call ramen noodle soup?
I would consider it a soup, but in my house, I call them oodles and noodles. I've always called them oodles and
This
noodles.
nigga said oodles
Oodles
and
and
noodles.
noodles.
Wow.
I
The
mean,
ramen
they
and
kind
the
of are
you feel
noodles
me?
and noodles with the pinky out.
You
You
feel
know what I
me?
mean? But I mean, they are a cut above. I'm with you. You know, ramen is a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you got to put the pinky
Yeah.
out when you get some
You
ramen.
feel
You know
me?
what
I
I mean?
couldn't stand the Maruchans.
No,
I hear
The in the pack.
man,
The
bro.
No,
Maruchans.
I was a
Look.
cup noodle person. Like if I was gonna eat that, it had to be in the cup.
All I gotta say is we will not be talking about ramen next week. We have been talking about ramen noodles for the last 2 weeks.
Have we?
Have we?
Yeah, we talked about ramen rolls and fucking sodium sandwiches last
I'm
week.
dead.
Okay, you know
Like,
what?
Motherfuckers talk about ramen noodle sandwiches.
Now listen, last week,
That's
Hey
wild.
man, the struggle real, brother.
when I
Previously on
said
Wild.
For real. For real.
last week was a different kind of energy, but you ain't wrong, Joey, because
Hey, man.
it definitely builds backs.
It
'Cause it's not
it does, because you know if you ramen
Did you
sandwich.
It was Chris tagging us in that fried Vienna sausage photo on Facebook. I'm like, these people are menaces. Like they're really like,
Bro,
It
don't
get
try to
dark out
find
here.
don't try to find the darkest recipes and send them and say, hey, you ain't ate these, you ain't real then. Nah, bro, I ain't real. Nope.
That's
I
definitely
ain't-
what he was on.
That's
G.
what he be on.
That's definitely
yeah.
what he was on.
It's like, bro, don't
No,
bring
I
back
didn't
the
reach
struggle
that
foods.
level
I'm
of
trying to
poverty.
forget that shit, bro.
or it's like, no, I didn't reach that level. I'm sorry you did.
Yeah, man.
But in my household, we were a notch above. No, but that's
Is cereal soup?
I've heard people ask that.
I don't know, cause you can eat cereal without milk, so no.
Does that really count? That's more like
Yeah.
a snack when you
can
eat it
noodles
dry.
without water.
That's why they eat noodles.
Spaghetti.
Y'all
I
asking
said
some
spaghetti.
real philosophical
Hey, yeah,
questions
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, man. Because
He can eat.
the eye of the beholder is real, bro. You know,
That's true.
there's
Yeah.
a mug out there who like, oh yeah, that's good soup. Yeah, real. Yeah.
Breakfast soup?
Yeah, breakfast.
Easily.
So I guess what, oatmeal then? Would that count as one?
Mm.
They say oatmeal is a hot cereal, and if
That
we're saying
is.
cereal
No,
is a
that is.
soup,
Yeah,
okay,
oatmeal
before
will be a soup.
because
yeah.
I don't know, you start to look at me like, yes,
No. Because I was trying to think like, no, I ain't look at you like that. I was looking like, you know what? That's kind of crazy because that probably could fall in a few categories. It's like, yeah, it could be a casserole.
What is a casserole? What is that?
A lot of shit you
Why
put in a
is it
casserole dish.
I remember
You put
when
it in a casserole dish, it's a casserole.
I remember when I thought I wanted to be with a Caucasian man, and I
You know mac and cheese is
when
casserole.
when I was at I heard that, and
Spaghetti
I
is
heard
casserole.
lasagna could be considered a casserole.
Oh,
Yeah,
really
I ain't mean
violating
spaghetti.
right
That's what
now.
I meant. Lasagna.
What?
I just made lasagna
Mac
like
and
the day
cheese
before
is
yesterday.
casserole.
No,
People put
seriously,
shrimp in
it's
it
under
now.
the casserole.
It's getting bad,
man.
actually. They put shrimp and ham in it, and
I'm telling
cheese and meats.
I'm gonna ask Boston because I know he know. He know what a casserole is. I know he know.
I'm not gonna ask why he would know, but
he always talk about bean casserole, bean dip casserole, all type of casseroles. I know he know. He got the sauce on it, so I'm gonna ask him. He is. That's about it, but yeah, I'm.
That's about the half of it.
Yeah, that's the half.
That's the half of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, academics versus everybody. DJ Academics, he been in a lot of
you know,
I got him muted on Twitter right now. Like the word like academics. Like that's in my muted words.
No, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna have to start using that.
He's a Weenie Hut Jr. to me.
Weenie Hut Jr.
Weenie Hut Jr.
Yeah.
Look at him, Patrick.
Yeah. like legit.
Okay, let's go. Hey. I like that.
No, I fuck with it.
You know what, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe we're just in the era of it's just too many people with platforms for real. Because he really do just say, I think my thing is with him is that he could say his opinion without being so vulgar. And I was rubbed off with him the wrong way when he came at Erykah Badu weird. Like when he did that, it's like, oh, this nigga ain't got no respect. Like,
he's doing it for shock value.
And it's like, sir, you know. And so, like, you know, I didn't even know the history between him and Glow. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, that's weird. Like, she's young, he's older. Why are they even engaging? And then it sounded like he was arguing with her on Kai's behalf, and I'm like, okay, weird enough. And then, you know, Saucy got involved and said what he said. And you know what? I'm going to say this. We do have to take... It was funny, but Saucy saying, you know, after I whoop your ass, I'm in the ass is...
He heard that here first.
Who?
Saucy.
Yeah, like that's what he said. And so Academics, he's now on video. He's emotional. Crying, you know, he's like, you know, I can't say the wrong thing or I'm gonna get canceled. And even though remember like not too long ago what we joked about what my fave, I'm gonna call him Dorian, said about Fabulous.
I was just gonna say,
but I remember at the time being like, hey yo, saying that you're gonna get a man who likes other men to bend you over, that's question though. That's what's that?
Who is that scarier to hear from? Ray J or Saucy? Who's more liable to do it?
Ray said he was gonna get people to do it. So we don't know how long that man's money is, which is still crazy. He got it on. He said, I got it on me. Fuck with me.
Hey, man.
But I feel like even though it's not funny, rape is never funny.
It's not.
It's just something I think that's the only threat that men understand. To be honest, like no, like I feel like shit be funny, like when women be going through it or like stuff like that. And I'm not saying like in here with y'all, right? But it's not until a man gets told by another man, I'm gonna whoop your ass and I'm gonna do that to you. Then it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's some real evasive type stuff. Like, you know, assault is like really like, you know, intrusive and personal. So it's just like, you know, that's when a man will be like, oh, maybe I should be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I hate for that for him. But no, that was an interesting last few days.
You think he thought that when he got told that?
What?
Maybe this might happen to me. I should chill out.
I mean, he did once a motherfucker said it to him. You feel me? He like now you on live crying and shit, bro. Like
and people.
I ain't know all that.
My issue with bro is stop having beef with women, nigga. Like, come on, bro.
But he always go the opposite of everybody else. Like everybody else is on Tekashi Hills. He's friends with him and he wanted to interview him and do all that stuff. Everybody is talking about one. He gonna go the opposite way all the time.
Like, goofball.
That's what he always done. Even with the Meek Mill Drake thing, like he always going in the opposite direction.
And people say that he does have the same energy for men, but I don't know. When Vic Mensa was on Everyday Struggle and sat next to him and said, "I low key think you're a bitch," like it was like,
yeah,
you know, and
down.
it's like, you know, we do have to watch, but you know, they say that he be having a lot of liquid courage. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in front of that computer, and you know what? That's another thing maybe we got to work on as community. We got to stop all this emotional ranting with the alcohol.
Definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
it's like, we saying a lot of temporary things on these permanent websites, getting screenshotted and all types of stuff. Like, that's why I had to be, calm it down, Brianna. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Like, thank goodness our lives just started being recorded on YouTube. Because if any of those episodes would have been,
no, for real.
That's legit. Once you put it on the internet, you can't get rid of it.
It's a wrap, you know, and it's like, it's just too much. He could be a journalist without having the energy that he has. But, you know, I understand that negativity is what gets us attention these days. But I don't know. It's like, sir, I don't know, because not even Queen Latifah is speaking on it. And I was just like, when I saw that, I was like, child.
Yeah, you messing up if you get her to come out the chamber.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah, she be on her island.
Yeah.
She be cool.
So can I ask a question? What the academics say?
He was attacking Glorilla on behalf of Kai. So Kai, Glow had tweeted something along the lines of, I'm so drunk, I might text Kai. And then I guess he came up with, don't be trying to double back now. Your record was still trash. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. And so then she's like, put your 100K up, you know what I'm saying? You and your bitch, whatever, can't see me on your worst day. He then starts saying, I got 100K. And my bitch can't. No, this is AK. This is Glow saying, put up your money. You know, you and your girl can't see me on your worst day. He's like, oh no, my girl can, and I got 100K. And I'm like, it was strange. It was like literal back and forth. And then like Saucy just got involved and was like, I don't understand you. Like, and I guess that was Saucy's first response. That second one, I guess, is when he made the yeah, when he made that threat. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. Too many people have too many strong opinions. That's just my summary.
You gotta stop with all them strong opinions before you have a strong man on the back of his back.
You know what? And you know, Joe used to get on him about that.
Yeah.
You know, Joe. Yeah. I remember there was an episode where I got secondhand embarrassment the way Joe like viscerally attacked that man and was like, "Yo, you hanging with some goofballs? You doing some goofy ass shit? Your ass is gonna end up beat up." Joe, and like Joe went off on him, and I was like,
"Yeah." And
that's what I'm saying. Like, you never met Joe where he was at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you're in a room by yourself,
he talked all that.
He's confident. He's strong.
When you came at Erica, I said, "Oh yeah, no, we gotta let my man go." All skin folk and kin folk, like they say.
No, for sure. But speaking of strong opinions, my guy Keith Lee, who in my opinion, he can't do no fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. But apparently, the city of Atlanta got an issue with him right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he been giving his strong opinions about the trash food out there. You feel
mixed
me?
With the subpar customer
service. You know what I'm saying? So like the one in particular, he went to Candy's restaurant. You know, Candy Burrs, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Escape, Walk the Bam. But you know, he sent his people up there to order the food. They was there for 2 hours. They took them like an hour or so to even get there. So there for an extended period of time, they was never served nothing. And, you know, he just went on, gave his regular, you know, for show right on. You know, he gave his regular shit, but not everybody upset. Like people threatening this man, doing all types of shit.
That ain't the guy who said he had his family make the reservations and they like made them wait an hour, and then when he came up, now they all of a sudden got a table in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We kind of just talked about that on our most recent episode of our radio show, just about, you know, Black-owned business in general, and, you know, you want to support black, you want to buy black, but you gotta pull your weight. You gotta hold your end of the bargain, and that's one thing because we weren't really taught as a people or being versed in business acumen and the ways of economics and things like that. We often mess the bag up. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it wherever you go, and you got like on one end you got people who are like, yeah, man, I want to support black, but like every time I do, it's like it's always something. So it's like it's hard to find that middle ground, especially in today's day and age, where it's like me, I'm somebody who supports a lot of black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? Just because I like to support my own, but man, bro, you got a lot of people, man. They make it hard. You get to the restaurant, it's like, look, I know you ain't operating on Olive Garden level, but you got to show me something. You know what I'm saying? To like help make me come back and feel like I'm a part of something. And it's like seeing this whole Keith Lee situation. It's like, dang, man, like. Y'all not giving my man's nothing to work with, in regard to like helping y'all out. So it's like for y'all to get as angry as y'all are and send this man death threats and so on and so forth. Do you not know this man can put hands on y'all? Like
he's a trained fighter.
Like legit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not finna run up on Keith Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like not like that. So it's like, I don't know, man. That's a minefield of a situation for sure.
So my question to y'all is how do we combat this? Like do we need to start having public business courses for people? Do we need to start, because and I can only speak about what's in proximity to me, you feel me, but this seems to be like a black and brown issue, you know what I'm saying? The lack of business acumen, the fact that people don't know how to really handle customers a certain way when they do start these businesses.
I feel like we missing the point of what really pissed him off, though. What really pissed him off is the fact that it's cool that y'all got us waiting for an hour. We understand y'all hot. But when I show my famous face, quote unquote, now a table is ready. That's what pissed me off too. Yeah, like it's not even about black and brown. Look, if you're running a business, learn
that was a clout move.
Learn what goes in. Yes, that was a clout move. Learn what goes into being a successful business. If you are taking them shortfalls and everything, like you say, maybe take some classes on some shit, or just try to do better. Listen to your clientele, listen to your customers, their feedback.
There's a lot of resources out here for that. We had actually interviewed a young lady who she runs like a monthly seminar or something like that for like, black owned business looking for resources and information on like, getting their businesses off the ground and the things they need to kind of educate them, give them everything they need so that they can like sustain and carry on a business. Because a lot of us, we just don't know. And, when you look at our environment, all we know is nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you take somebody in that environment and you put $20K in their hand, without doing anything to transform their mind or their ways of thinking, and he just a nigga with 20K. You know what I'm saying? So
it's two slingshots.
You know what I mean? So it's like for real. You really gotta like penetrate people's ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And how they look at themselves. You know what I mean? To kind of transform them and make them accountable when they going into business spaces. Because the thing about business don't care about a lot of the stuff that we be thinking about or we worried about. Like I run a business with my friends on Soru Go. We got this black owned publishing company, and I'll be telling them all the time, I'm the editor in chief and I'm also the treasurer for the company. And it's like, look, man, like business don't wait for our personal problems or what we got going on in life. Like once you got the business going and you got investors that you got to answer to, you got to keep that thing going, bro. Like you can't just be like, okay, man, I'm having a bad day. Woo-woo. It's like, nah, bro, you got to keep that sustaining because this is how, Wall Street, all of this stuff runs. So it's like you got to look at how they doing things. And I'm not saying do everything just like them, but it'll give you an idea of how to sustain your business.
Learn about what's successful, what they're doing successfully, and try to imitate that yourself. I think you are head on with the fact that we don't know. We don't.
We don't.
We don't know where to look. They don't really teach it in school. Like,
no, they don't.
If you do go to a specialized school, they might teach it because, ironically, this is every single week we have topics, and I ain't the one choosing the topics. We have topics that falls in line with what I'm learning in school right now. I'm in school for audio engineering, and they're actually teaching the business side of things right now. We've been in it for the last 2 months, and all this information is like hitting me like I didn't know none of this, and
Right.
I consider myself kind of wise or whatever, but like I never knew none of this stuff, and now I feel like getting this information when I do actually start up the business the right way and everything, we gonna be in a lot better position than we was when we started the first time.
No, that's what's up. It's funny enough. I learned audio engineering in the trenches. Shout out to my boy Trips. He works with Nick Cannon. Right now, like he literally lives in LA. I learned under him, and me and him used to be in the building I was telling y'all about off air. You know, it's a building like down the street that we did a lot of audio engineering there. Like, you know, he had a whole studio, so like Lil Durk and a couple other, you know, high profile people was going through there, and I learned audio engineering from him. And he ended up mixing one album I dropped in like 2017, and that's pretty much how I learned. But you know, I figured I could learn from school if I really wanted to like get into that, because my brother did that. He doing what you doing. You know, he went to school for audio engineering and whatnot. So like he was coming back and telling me what they was learning and whatnot on the business side.
It should be, because honestly, at the end of the day, everybody ain't got the finances to go to school. The stuff that they teaching me, I'm pretty sure when there is somebody who want that type of information, if I have it, I might give it to them, because that's the type of that's how we do things. Like, shit, if you need the information, here we go. But I'm not gonna walk you through this shit, because like is that a black problem? Because I ain't walking nobody through nothing, because me and him, we started a business and we do most of the work, but we had other people working for us, and they didn't know all of that, and they not really trying to pick it up neither. So like, when you do have somebody who can teach you that stuff, do you sit there and learn it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of tough, because you know, teaching that's a delicate skill, bro.
It's
like
hard.
Teaching it's hard. Like, you know, I know a lot of like the dude who taught me. I mean, he didn't really teach me. Like, I had to, because he knows all of this and that. He know it all, but I literally had to like pick up on it from sitting in his studio sessions. So it was like, okay, I'm over here watching him play with Pro Tools, and I'm like, okay, he do that to fade the beat out. You know what I'm saying? He has them do this, do that. As a matter of fact, I had dropped a project in 2018 called Kari's Dreamland, which was like based off of, it had the aesthetic of a Kirby game and Nintendo and whatnot. And I learned everything from him. And everything I learned from him, I had implemented in my project. And I like low key leveled up just from like watching him. Because like you said, sometimes you can't really, somebody can't really teach you if they ain't got it in them like that. So I had to meet him halfway, and like, because I really wanted to know. So I put the time in to, you know, make that happen. I'm one of those people, when it's a will, bro, it's a way.
Nah, that's dope, because the exact route that you just said was how I had to like start off learning, but I couldn't learn from that person, because bro was cold as hell, but he couldn't teach me. So I had to like take my own like footsteps or whatever. Like me personally, I'm trying to learn from, he couldn't teach. I'm trying to learn how to teach. If I can't teach, I'm gonna do my best, but you know, the information will be there.
That's legit.
So I feel like we all should like seek more information on business.
And it, like I said, it's out here for us to get. Like, you know, long gone are the days where we could just be ignorant for the sake of. It's like, bro, there's so many resources out here, bro. If you want to get into clothing, bro, it's resources for that. If you want to get into,
you have to look it up, because those sources
it's
aren't
on you.
for you.
They're not, and that's what I mean. Like, you gotta, at some point, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, hey man, I want to do this. So you gotta like do your end, you know, do your due diligence, you know, pray on it. But after you pray on it, get up and go get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna fall in your lap, because like you said, they're not looking for you. You know what I mean? So you get out there. I feel like if you eventually keep doing what you do, you know, we got this verse in the Quran that says Allah changes not the condition of a people until they change themselves. So it's like, bro, when you go reach out, when you do that, he gonna send you somebody to help you out. And that's just how it's always been. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, like, if you want to do something, bro, just put your mind to it, put your energy into it, and just keep trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, we get despondent, you know, and it's easy to get despondent because we live in America. It's soul crushing out here, you know, inflation, you know what I'm saying? The housing market, what inflation at like 8% if you're trying to get a crib, it's all types of stuff going on. So it's like, yeah, we got the excuse, but at the end of the day, we are who we choose to be.
Pray on it and pray on it.
Come on,
That's
come on,
it.
dog.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Come on.
This
That's
nigga
it.
cooking
Yeah,
today.
That's shit.
This nigga cooking today.
TS hit
This
Yes,
cooking
hit
today. No, for sure.
Put
For
some
sure.
honey doing that.
Burner Boy. As some of y'all might know, recently this past weekend, there was the super fight in Dubai. Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. Super fight.
I
Right.
didn't know that. The
But
super fight sounds funny.
It's
Super,
Yeah,
super
right.
fight sounds hilarious.
It's Dragon
Batman
Ball.
versus Superman.
Right.
that's what they call it.
Nah, they did call that a super fight.
Yeah.
They was like
it's a super fight.
hyping this thing
They
up.
made a big deal out of this shit. But Burner Boy, he was supposed to be one of the people that performed, and they offered him $5 million to perform at the super fight. You feel me? Like 3 minutes of your fucking time. He turned it down because he couldn't smoke weed in Dubai.
You know what? He tripping.
That's crazy.
When I saw that, he was tripping because I'm gonna tell you this. Back in when I used to smoke heavily, I had dreams of living in Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, just because I grew up in Japanese culture, you know, Dragon Ball Z, all of that type of stuff, video games. And in Japan, if you get caught with weed, that's an automatic 5 years, right? Like automatic. Like if they smell it on you and find it, the U.S. embassy ain't finna come bail you out or none of that. You're gonna do 5 years. So it was like, man, bro, I really want to go to Japan, but I like to get high. You know what I'm saying? And I had got to a point where if I really was gonna live over there, I really was ready to because it was like I felt like my dream of being in Japan was bigger than that. But I'm saying this to say that if you're gonna go to another country, if you got 5 million on the line, bro, like don't tell me the weed that good.
Because you know how much weed you can buy with the 5 million?
Like seriously.
Bro,
Like,
you can start a dispensary.
What are we talking about right now?
You're not even finna be here that long.
You don't live here anyway.
Like my nigga.
Like,
for real. Like you
he
can come in and go out.
He had
You
the
just come
smokers
and go.
community look like straight
Come and
fiends.
go.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, like. But you know what?
I would have been
But,
gone before the
but
stage
wait, but
came
wait,
out.
but wait. We gotta talk about. Weed does have a hold on us that
Not
we're
like that.
not really.
Ain't
There,
no
there,
hold
no.
on the
That
There
shit
are,
ain't got no $5 million.
no.
Okay.
Okay,
That shit ain't
I
got
think
no
she
$5
talking about it in
million
a different way because you
I
got
hear
people
what
who
you're
need
saying.
to who needed to eat.
There-
Yeah,
Like people who needed to have
There
a
are
meal, like
people
you're
who
struggling, bro.
you know, you won't go to family functions because they can't smoke in grandma's crib. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people who will make them type of decisions, and it's like I've been seeing posts about people saying like, no, the weed is kind of just as bad as alcohol now.
I don't know if it's me because I'm a smoker and I smoke heavy. And one thing I can say is I will not do something because I can't smoke. You just wait or you just do it
No,
later.
and I get, and
That's
I'm with
legit.
you. But I remember having a significant other, and even got to the point where I was just asking them, like, okay, my mama, if she says she's just uncomfortable being over here because we smoke, can you not smoke? Well, and he's like, and he had the stance, well, this is my home, and I'm like, hold on, wait a motherfucking second. If my mom wants to come over here, and she's saying I don't appreciate you smoking, you saying you gonna take this is my home stance? I said, so what about your mom? Well, she'd be the same. I said, oh, you're ridiculous.
And-
I said, you're ridiculous.
Yeah, for real.
Because there's no way I would make my guests uncomfortable, people I love uncomfortable, or even people like, oh man, I can't come. Like I said, you don't want to go over because you can't smoke in their home. That's just what the rule is, sweetie.
That's crazy.
That's just what the rule is.
Yeah.
I never bucked my mom when I've moved back home. I remember she tried to accuse me of smoking in her house. I'm like, ma'am, your rule is not to smoke in here. I'm not playing with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
My car is right there.
Right.
And I was right there in the dead of winter when it was like 18 inches.
Of course.
Getting snowed in that bitch while I was taking my puff, because it's just like, that's just what it is. And I've come across people who cannot
function,
who can't function, who can't stop.
Yeah.
Who cannot stop. And like when you tell them, oh, you this isn't a smoking environment, their attitude does change. And it's like,
see, that's they cross the carry. You know what I'm saying? Like if you in the trenches like that, my bro, like you need to like figure something out, bro. Because like you said, if if you need to, you can wait. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, you know, I don't need to, you know, take a puff that bad where it's like, all right, bro, well, like I'm not finna just listen to shit y'all talking about. You know, I'm just finna go ahead and do me. It's like, bro, it's never that serious, bro. Like I don't know, but that's some people though. Go ahead.
To play devil's advocate, food does taste better after you smoke, though.
I hear you. I
It's
hear
like
you.
you taste every seasoning. It's something about it.
Well,
I'm not saying I need it to
benefits
eat,
to
but I'm
it.
saying
That's what I'm talking.
I'm not
I'm talking
saying
about
I-
people who need it. To
No,
like
no,
people
no.
who can't eat,
yeah,
but
no,
like they
no,
don't
no.
get hungry until they hit it. Like because
No.
I've experienced people who have said that. Like they have been like, you know,
I
like
have to.
like legit. They're like, hey, bro, like I can't. I'm not hungry to eat. Like if you put some food in front of me, I won't eat it because it won't like be right to me unless like I smoke and then I get hungry and then now all of a sudden I mean them the people I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But no, to your point, like yeah, you're right because it's like
Food
you know
just
you
tastes better.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's like listening to music off the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you be listening to everything. It's like you damn man,
Music.
I can hear
Music
the
while
motherfucking
high.
the crescendos, the decrescendos. Like yeah, I remember them days vividly. So it's like yeah, I understand completely.
That's crazy. I've had that same experience with somebody on this little tour, city tour we went on. Motherfucker got sick on a bus and wouldn't eat. Well, was hungry as fuck, but couldn't eat
Yeah.
because they couldn't have access to weed out there. And I'm like, damn, you're fucked up, huh?
Right.
Damn, bro, you
What y'all be
good?
saying? Are you for real?
Like, nah, for real. Like, for real. Like,
Hey, man. You be out here struggling, man. That's why I'm like, man,
It's hard. But we gotta treat our babies who got addictions, you know, because that's what it is. They're
Yeah.
addictions, and it's
Yeah.
like we gotta treat them. We gotta have some grace, because you never know why
Yeah.
people are out here escaping.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
That's legit.
They're out here
That's
trying
legit.
to escape something,
Yeah.
and it's just like, you know, especially I don't know if y'all have noticed like these new IG pages in which they like sit down with like prostitutes or people who have been homeless, but like you listen to their stories and it's like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
the world handled you so terrible, but you're still kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? You listen to their delivery and their stories, and you're like, man, but I wouldn't blame them if they needed their marijuana every 30 minutes. It's like,
legit.
you know, but you know, like at the same time, at some point in time, you have to look in that mirror and want to do the 180 for yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down to. Like me, even though I don't smoke no more, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't look down. All my homies smoke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I never look at them differently. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, do you live your life? Like Babylon is taxing all of us in some way, shape, or form. So if that's what it takes for you to get through, you know, your day, your routine, whatever, hey, bro, like do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. I understand. Like me, I know what it's like. You know what I mean? I used to smoke to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Just so niggas can get some sleep. You know what I mean? Like I used to smoke to just go through, you know, my problems. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I handled this shit. So it's like I definitely like understand that aspect. So it's like I have that grace, as you say, and that empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't throw stones or anything like that. Like, hey man, do your thing. You know, live life. It'll come in your time. If you feel like you don't need to smoke no more, then you know you don't need to smoke. You know, my time has come. So you know, I don't do it no more. But like I said, I don't look at people who do any differently or think I'm better than them or so on and so forth. Like, hey man, live life, bro.
I was just telling my lady the other day, I'm gonna have me a raw tray put on my
I'm dead.
on my cart,
I'm dead.
on my old man scooter, the little one that they walk with, the cane cart thing. I'm gonna have me a raw tray on top of that motherfucker. Don't you touch my shit, motherfucker. Like I'm gonna be one of them.
Me
Probably ain't gonna
Say
have
me
no.
too.
Yeah.
Me, not the me too.
In all honesty, me too.
Hey.
But yeah, back to what you were saying though. Not 50 million, bro.
No.
I mean, what? How many million?
5 million. I don't care how
5
many
million.
million.
It could have been 100K.
Hey, give me 500.
It could have been
I mean,
100K.
pennies if I got
Like, what do you
no.
mean?
No, my man's tweaking.
Tweet.
The marijuana got him in a
Like,
chokehold.
How many other venues how many other things don't you do just because you can't smoke there? Like the bag is often comes
A lot of
with
us don't
restrictions.
realize how we cut ourselves off from a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, by choosing our temporary enjoyments.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're very short term people.
People, yeah.
We are not long term at all. And same like what you were saying, like, you know, you get 20K and you are just hood rich for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Don't flip 1,000, don't do nothing,
it.
don't, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, but we got the shoes,
PP
but we got the slingshot
PPP
on Stony
loans.
Island.
Them PPP loans was busting.
Yeah.
They was busting. You know, I seen the list.
Listen,
I seen the list.
so much
Was
money.
little Pookie LLC, so on and so forth. I seen the little. I'm like, man, these men's got like 20K and went to did everything under the sun, but put that in the business. But like I said, you
Even if
you
they
can
put it
give a
in
nigga a
business,
job. That don't mean he gonna show up to work.
Even if they put it in a business, we go back to y'all don't even know how to run this business and how to get it financially.
Well, you know what my
like,
issue with
going.
our businesses is, and what I felt what Atlanta's problem was, and because some of the attitudes I saw was like, people was like, well, why does Keith, who's a celebrity, not expect to be treated like a celebrity? And I said, and that's what it is right there. Y'all want success to as like a hierarchy thing, to be better than the next man, to be able to cut the line, to be able to make people wait 3 hours. And it's like, it really boiled down to character. And a lot of us got character flaws. A lot of us, we emulate the animal kingdom real bad, that alpha beta bullshit.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? That top dog bullshit. But then at the same time, village support. No. You want support, you have to be for your brother. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to treat people. It's all about how you know how to treat people. Because he had some successful situations in Atlanta, like smaller. But you know, places that are probably known for having grass walls and, you know, brunches were the ones that sucked. You know what I'm saying? It takes me back to when Kitchen and Cocktails opened here in Chicago. And when all the black people was like, this isn't worth what y'all charging. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we only want these things. The reason why we even want these things is for attention and clout. And when you realize that's what we're searching for, that elitism, that way to be able to look down on someone next, it's like, oh dang, y'all, like not to
for the wrong reason,
not to share, not to like educate, not to be resourceful. You want to shit on people. That's what you want to do with your success, like, you know, like. And I don't be. Let me get off my high horse.
Is that what they're saying he doing?
No, I'm saying that was the attitudes that was coming because, you know,
people were having.
Some people were starting to be like, but he's a celebrity. He doesn't understand that. And it's like, so you're saying you're okay with waiting in 3 hours because when you reach your level of success, you're going to expect somebody to wait 3 hours when you pull up. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know, and the mentalities that we've cultivated is a little unfortunate, and I don't know how we combat it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in a few weeks I'll have an answer, but
try to be better, try to do better. If you run a business, try to please your clientele, try to please your customers. Don't break your back doing it, but first off, do your market research. Like, make sure that you are bringing in the right type of clientele, so you're not going against some shit that you don't want to do.
Legit.
Like shit. I don't know.
Bring that full circle. I rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do your due diligence, man. Especially nowadays. Like, you know, do whatever that is, man. Like YouTube. I'm not saying this is not what I'm saying. Like, go on YouTube to like find this or whatever. But YouTube has become a university of sorts right now. You know, if you want to learn how to fix fridges, like if you got the tools or whatever the hell, and you put your mind to it, and you search it out, there's somebody out there who will help you fix your fridge. I seen a dude build a car from scratch on YouTube, and he was teaching people how to like break down. I'm like, bro, like this is crazy, man. People would have killed for this knowledge like 20 years ago. You know, you had to pay exorbitant fees for this type of stuff, but it's like, it's like that.
And I discovered that our attention span, because people can't sit that
long. That's legit. That's legit.
Because those are the rich people that can have this information. If the world shut down and all technology just cease, the people who were taking all that information in, sucking it up, learning all these different things, those are going to be the people that everybody seek to
they got the power,
uplift and shit like that.
But you know, that's the thing though, bro. Black people, we are not proactive. We're reactive. You know what I'm saying? We after the fact and like everything. Like, we don't look at it as it's coming to us. We wait for it to hit us, and then it's like, dang, bro, I should have. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's something that each of us individually have to like work on. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm like that too sometimes. You know, my OG, she be telling me like, man, you don't go to the doctor until you already in it and you struggling. And I be like, man, you right, man. I don't want to hear that, but you know, sometimes you gotta hear that about yourself just because I know how it be. You know what I'm saying?
But ain't that like our history though?
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Yes,
Like we've always been reactive people.
Yes, sir.
Like that in so
That's
many
legit.
ways is a slave mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Legit.
Because we were
It's bred into us.
less. Yeah, it's bred into us. So
Yeah.
we've always had to make do with whatever the fuck we was given. You feel me? So
these may be the times of we not seeing it because it feels so heavy right now. But these may be the times where everything is changing and the
and a what?
You to move your car. People parked across the street to move their car. Wait, say it again?
Hold on, give me a second.
You said they parked across the street?
This is the first time you parked across the street too?
Yeah, no,
I think I am too.
but I'm by the apartments.
Alright.
No, I'm finna see. Hold on.
Can't have that. That's my one and only vehicle.
I think she's saying that just because. Damn.
I might have to because I think I'm parked over there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm probably going.
Well, Brianna's
Like
gonna see if you.
Well, if you need
Well, they
to.
should have just
Okay.
just wrapped up right fast. I don't know.
Who knows what's going on there?
Yeah. Life be life, and y'all.
Hey, why you say they gotta move?
Because they're told that job is gonna start closing.
Yeah.
The lots already clearing up.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't know because there was last time that incident.
I know.
So that's why I seen a black car over there. So I'm like, shit. And mom was moving and she's parked right in front of the house. So I figured someone could have taken her spot.
That's legit.
That's good lookout right there.
I didn't think about that because I'm like, sure, you know, I'm like,
Stick it out.
we had one incident happen. What was that? Like 3-4, I would say about 4 weeks ago. We had a little party here for him for his birthday, and what happened? One of them stayed here like over like 2. It was like 2 a.m. or something, and that car got took. They got towed. They got towed, and they towed it across the lot. And yeah, ever since then, everybody been on pins and needles. Like, what the fuck? They ain't been towing nothing. They want to tow it this one time.
But that's how it be though, bro. Like I remember one time I went over my brother Malik's crib, and you know, it's just like you said. No, man, they don't be towing nothing. And then next thing you know, it'd be that one day you get comfortable. I came over there, they must have got my car in like 15 minutes, like of me leaving the whip. I was like, bro.
Like, why y'all so
And I did not have the money that day, but thank God he had it. You know what I'm saying? For me to get it out the next morning, man. But no, the struggle be heavy, bro.
Yeah, that might be a good business for people out there. If y'all own a truck and y'all got the balls to go take some shit.
Now we need those Duke girls, like how they have. What is it, Atlanta?
Yeah.
We need that out here in Chicago.
Yeah, no, we ain't got those out here.
We need it.
Yeah.
Like, who do we need to teach?
It's a lot of things that us as African Americans don't know as far as businesses. Like when we do think of businesses, they not on par with most businesses.
For
like
sure.
they not nothing that can sustain longer
Longevity.
than like
Yeah, for sure.
Do they got like parking around here, like anywhere? That's
this street right here,
Cicero?
first street when you turn up Cicero, and then like on this side right here before you get to the alley.
okay.
But I wish they'll hurry up so then we can just wrap it up and then anybody ain't gotta worry about it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could go out there after they done and find me a spot. So I definitely cannot afford to get my car towed.
I just dealt with getting my car out, and they took. I'm talking. They took it to impound.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Out Doty Road, like all the way. It was all bad.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, City Chicago.
Yeah, no,
They
they
gonna
don't.
do
City of
anything.
Chicago,
They gonna get their money.
hell yeah, man. In any way, shape, or form, they putting cameras up to catch you speeding, passing the lights and everything.
Do I need to get out that lot?
No, we're
we
still
good.
all
I
still
ended up
there.
parking next to y'all. I'm moving.
Uh-huh.
But we probably will
We
only
gonna
just
hurry.
record.
Trust me,
Just-
that's what I was thinking when she
just
came to me. I'm like, look, don't even go. Let's just go.
Just
we still live. Everything's still shaking.
Everything's still shaking. We didn't even
Everything.
kept a little conversation going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for y'all. Good
Thank
for y'all.
y'all.
Appreciate
I
it.
turned into Brianna for 2 seconds.
For real.
Look at see it.
We good over here. We got Kirk Dempsey, Brianna, and
Right.
Jay.
Look at that. Look at
Taking
Look
over.
at this. Hey, hold on. Because if we ever need y'all to do stand-ins.
So today on the Fake Real Therapy podcast, we in Universe 616 and
That would be fun. That would be
Yeah.
funny.
100%. But the Benjamins, I just kind of want to throw my little, you know what I'm saying, new little show that I done came across and shit. There's this show on NBC called Found. Now I'm always a fan of like the police espionage. I don't even know if you would say espionage, but the detective shows. It's starring I don't know her name, but I'm told she's from Shameless. The female lead in the show, black lady from Shameless. She's a detective who
Veronica?
I don't know.
Does she have locks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But
There was only like one black
yeah,
woman. So.
well, there you have it. She by day she helps find missing people. That's her profession. She helps find missing people. But the backstory behind her, she was kidnapped when she was younger, and now that she's older, she's kidnapped her assailant, and he's helping her find these missing people. It's some of the rawest shit, but found on NBC. I don't know what day it come out on, but you know what I'm saying. If y'all ever looking for something to watch, that's the Benjamins for the week.
Do they got like is it like on any streaming services? Because I ain't
Hulu.
gonna lie, I got a Hulu. Okay,
Hulu.
yeah, bet.
A lot of NBC shit.
I don't have
come on
live
Hulu.
television either.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
well, I mean,
apps for me.
technically I do, but I don't really like
I just,
Yeah.
bother with it.
I just feel like the writer of that show don't visit Dubai often because they can't do drugs.
That's legit.
Cause it sounded like
Yeah,
they was
no,
doing
they
some good
definitely-
drugs and was like, you know what'd be a dope ass show.
Yeah. There's somebody doing drugs out there though. You just gotta,
You gotta be
Oh,
doing
yeah.
drugs to be a
Definitely.
Dubai
In
girl.
every part of the
Do you
world.
know what the girls are doing to go on those Dubai trips? You gotta be off of something
Hey, man.
Dubai.
to allow that madness to happen to you.
The
I feel
shit
like
trips.
Dubai is a front, man. Like they play the morally superior Muslim,
But that shit
city, but it's like, nah, bro, like y'all out here engaging in the same shit you find in any other messed up country. It's just y'all masqueraded like y'all had this morally superior position, and I just be like, bro, stop. You
Do
ain't
you
stop the
believe
cap.
there's a
Huh?
morally superior religion?
Huh?
Do you believe there's a morally superior religion?
Well, it depends on what your concept of religion is. I have a
Okay.
very different concept of religion than majority of the people around me, just because your religion and the way we see it, your religion is the way you live, not what your lips profess. So if you say I know a lot of people that say this, but they live this way, you know what I'm saying? So we look at religion as a way of life, not a doctrine, dogma, or anything like that. Like that's how most people understand religion, because that's how it was taught to them. But we look at your religion as your way of life. Like me, I call myself a Muslim. That means I live my life in submission to the will of Allah, you know what I'm saying? And that includes prayer, you know what I'm saying? Not smoking, not drinking. So it's like I live my life. This is my religion because this is the way I live my life. So it's like I don't look at it as a morally superior thing. I think it's just the way you choose to live your life, and just that's just how the cookie crumbles, really. Just because I think a lot of people, it'd be the same people who be doing that, who be doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And they be trying to justify, like, you know, like you got Arabs, right? You got Arabs, and this is touching on some heavy stuff, but you know, you got Arabs in the Middle East, you know what I'm saying, who use Islam to shield their dirty way of life, i.e., their religion. You know what I'm saying? They'll use Islam to do this and do that and enslave people and so on and so forth. So it's like you're not really living under, you know, you're not living under code, bro. Like you using this as a way to do your dirt. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're like, when it comes to the conversation about quote unquote religion, we make sure to put emphasis on like that's the way that you live, not necessarily what your lips profess, if that makes any sense.
So while we on the subject, because of course you brought up Israel and religion and everything, what's your thought on the state of the world? Are we witnessing a spiritual warfare that's going on, or is this more physical? Is it just something that's going on between man?
I think me and my father talk about this a lot. We think that this is what was once a spiritual war is becoming a physical one, right? Like we've been under spiritual warfare. I mean, really, if you want to go back, you know, since we got off them slave ships, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that penetrates our minds, like it's wherever you go. You know what I mean? At the organization I work at CROW, the Coalition for the Remembrance of Elijah Muhammad. We always say, like, after we leave these doors, the war is on. The minute you go outside, you know what I'm saying? When you open your phone, it's spiritual warfare. When you look at the TV, it's spiritual warfare. There used to be this movie called They Live. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's like one of my favorite movies, man. It was a movie that came out in like the 70s, I believe. But basically how it worked was these two dudes, they were cooling one day and they find these pair of glasses. And when they put the pair of glasses on, they started to see the subliminal messages everywhere, like consume, obey, so on and so forth. But when they took the glasses off, they just saw, like, you know, regular McDonald's advertisements, so on and so forth. But when they put them on, you know, they would start to see the subliminal BS. And like, that's how we kind of look at the war that's going on right now. Like the minute you go outside, the war is everywhere, bro. Like when you on your couch, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual war coming for you, we all fighting something, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's a really good question, because a lot of people don't understand that aspect, like, you know, of whole spiritual warfare. Like you say that and people be quick to throw it out, but it's like, bro, we all fighting something. Look at the depression rate. Everyone's fighting something. Everybody's going through something, battling some type of demon somewhere. Some are winning, some are losing. But more people are losing than they are winning. And now you're starting to see people go out here. Mass shootings are up now. You know what I mean? Mass shootings used to be something that would happen once every blue moon. You know, now there's something that's like an almost daily, weekly occurrence in some part of America. So, you know, like that spiritual warfare is real. And when I say it's becoming physical, now you got to keep your head on swivel. You can't so much as go into a grocery store, you know what I mean, without lacking. Like you got to actually have your head on the swivel wherever you go. You go to a supermarket, whether you go to a store. I went to the movie theaters last week to go see Five Nights at Freddy's. I kid you not, I kept looking at the exit. Like for real, just because the thought in my head, I'm one of those people that's so on point, so have this awareness of my surroundings that I'm like, bro, it's one way in here and one way out, and they got to exit along there. If somebody wants to come up in here and send it up, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I think about those things, and I give that credit to, you know, the level of spiritual warfare that is out here. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, no, it definitely does on many levels, because it's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? I say all the time, especially with like how you brought up the movie theaters. That's how I kind of be on point with shit. Like my head is always on a swivel, and it takes me having to be in a certain space for me to not feel that way. But the moment I get that hint of anxiety, I'm on red alert. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's
location is important too, because I ain't gonna lie, my spirit is good right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the vibe here, I like the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So my spirit is high. You know. But when we leave these doors, you know, it can fluctuate. Yeah, you know, location is a big part of that.
Absolutely. So
we offer a safe space.
Yeah, no, for real.
Our guests like us.
All our guests say that.
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah, every one of them, and we've had a wide array. You feel me? Wide array. You feel me? So yeah, no, I appreciate that. One final question before we get out of here, and this is more catered to the men in the room, but of course I would like the women to chime in.
I'll shut up.
The traditional man versus the 50-50 man. There was a conversation between one brother that was well off, and he labeled himself the traditional man. Traditional in the sense of being, I got everything, I'm paying for everything, I'm doing everything. You just gotta sit here and look pretty. You just gotta sit here and be a woman. As opposed to the one brother who was the 50-50 man, like, I need some help. You feel me? It's hard out here for a nigga. So how do y'all feel when it comes to this topic as men? First off, do you view yourself as a traditional man, or do you more so align with, it's 2023, shit gotta be 50-50? And do you really feel as if there's a real tug of war for us as men when it comes to, let's just say, the financial aspect of shit?
Well, if you ask me, it is whatever the situation is for whoever it is, because you can't be traditional to everybody if you're that guy, and you can't be 50-50 with everybody, because what if the woman doesn't believe in the 50-50 or something like that? So it's like whatever your relationship calls for, that's what it calls for. My relationship calls for whoever is, whatever we are two adults living. You support your lifestyle, I support mine, we support ours together, and we elevate and help each other financially, physically, and we help each other, period, just because we together. And it's like, all right, you want that, I say it's a car, you want that car, you can't buy it yourself, we'll go in together, we'll buy it, and then we'll figure, we'll keep it moving. If it's on the other foot and it's me, she'll do the same. So I don't care if it's 50-50 or traditional. If I got it, I'm traditional, because I like to spoil everybody around me if I can.
Absolutely.
But if I can't, it is what it is. I gotta pull my weight, you gotta pull yours.
Yeah.
Or whatever the weight may be. We'll carry it together.
Yeah. As far as like how I feel about it, I echo his sentiment. Like, when you understand the root of a thing, you start to understand what grows, what that will grow into, what type of tree or what type of plant that will be. And it's like, when you understand that us as black men, like, we've never really been in that position to carry that weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you have, my grandfather, he was one of them, but he was lucky enough, this was back during the nuclear family era where, they had it like that and he could do that. But this is a new era we living in. This is post-welfare, all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's giving rise to all types of living arrangements. And I just feel like if that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, then do that. If you're not in a position to, pay all the bills, and don't live beyond your means, bro, because everything starts with you, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't be out here trying to, if you ain't got it like that to, be traditional in the sense of paying all the bills, then, you know what I'm saying, don't be out there trying to live beyond your means. Now, me, I am a traditional man in the sense, like, I pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my attitude. Like, I come from that. I had to grow into that. I used to be the dude that went Dutch and this and that. But, like, as I got older and was exposed to more things, I became the type of man who's like, nah, baby, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the like, my quote unquote girl who's making money, yeah, make your money, make your bread. I would like my woman to be able to focus on what brings her joy. You know what I'm saying? If she wants to do her own thing, whether that's going to business, nail shop, clothing, it's like, hey, you do that, I'll handle this. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing, stack your bread up. And if I'm ever in a position where I may need help because life be lifing, then she can help me out. You know what I'm saying? In that way. But I would like, because see, it's kind of a nuanced thing, just because you find yourself in a lot of situations where a lot of women, they high paid, they got all these jobs, these degrees, and so on and so forth, but they're in the bathroom crying from carrying these loads. You know what I'm saying? Going to work. Like, I look at my OG, you know what I'm saying? Like my OG, she doesn't benefit from having a man to help her out. So she has to work for, God knows how long, you know what I'm saying, to retire. And they like, she wasn't built for that. Even though she can do it, she chooses to do it, but it's a necessity type thing. So it's like, I feel like we should definitely be that pillar for them to do that. But I really don't feel like that should be something that's forced on all men or like all men. To me, like it's just like he said, like if that's what y'all relationship requires, then by all means do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we can eliminate a lot of this dialogue, a lot of these conversations by just staying true to us and finding what works for us and finding people who are on that level, as opposed to trying to force it to work with somebody who don't see it. It's like, okay, you consider yourself 50-50. If you with a girl and she don't believe in 50-50, then it's like, bro, stop trying to force it. Stop trying to force it. Find you one. I know women right now who would be like, hey, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll help you out. If you need help with whatever, they'll do that. And they're out here. Like, you got these red pill and all these other cats that try to push this rhetoric that, them type of women don't exist or they're unicorns or something. I was like, bro, cut the cap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not a lid store. Yeah. Cut the cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, mugs be out here tweaking. And it's like, no, bro, like, you can find that. Really, what dating is all about right now, and I'm not trying to get too long-winded or too wordy, but you really are trying to find your level, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to find, I think what's happening right now is a lot of us are trying to force our level on someone else who ain't at that level, and that's causing friction on a large scale. So it's causing a lot of us to judge everyone by those experiences. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, man, I'm one of those people, I used to think a certain way, but, I had to evolve, bro, like, and step out of that, and just really take a step back, Superman style. Superman, he go to the atmosphere and look at the earth just to think sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So he could really take in, like, bro, what am I really doing here? And I had to have a couple of those moments with myself, you know what I'm saying? And just look at the earth and be like, bro, let me find something on my level instead of just saying, like, oh, no, all women are like this, so on and so forth. Like, that shit is lame to me, you know what I'm saying? And I think we go further without having all this men versus women dialogue if we really just did what works for us and stuck with that and stuck on our what's the word I'm looking for? And stand on that business. You know what I'm saying? Stand on your square and like, hey, man, if there are things you can compromise for and there are things you can't. As long as you're able to stand on that and work out something with your person, do your thing, and we'll be better for it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that make perfect sense. And, I echo the same sentiment that y'all have, you know what I'm saying? Like I was a teenage father at 16, 17 years old. So I've always been a provider. I've always been I got this, I got it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to find a way. But, that pendulum always shifts. You know what I'm saying? Like for a lot of people, even if we harken back a couple years ago, COVID, the world shut down. Yeah. That shifted a lot of shit for motherfuckers. You feel me? So in a lot of instances, it'll be a situation where like, look, I'm fucked up, baby. I'm gonna need you to have my back. You know what I'm saying? But that don't change what this dynamic is. That don't mean I'm not gonna make a way. That don't mean I'm not gonna make shit happen. But we get into these arguments about, you know what I'm saying, like you were saying, finding what's on your level, finding somebody that's on your speed. It's a billion motherfuckers on this planet. You feel me? You're gonna find and it ain't just one. You're gonna find you a handful of people that think the same way as you, that operate in the same function as you, that's on the same plane as you, all of that shit. But like people get so I guess people become products of their own environment. Yeah. That, they think this is what the pool is. Yeah. This is what I got to choose from. So then I got to pick something out of here and mold it to what my idea of whatever this looks like. You know what I'm saying? And that should be a detriment.
That's what's happening right now, man. Like you got this red pills thing, man. I'm starting to see like just how damaging it is because a lot of I got a young man right now, my homie, man. I look at him like a little brother, man. He recently went through the whole red pill rage thing. And, he sees that and he self-corrected. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, bro, I can't be looking at women this way because these people are feeding me these narratives and I'm starting to believe in it. He's starting to see the effect that has, on his relationships and just how he lived life. Yeah. And I'm glad I was able to pull him to the side like, hey, bro, like, nah, bro, you got to be able to step back. Like, these dudes, like, look at them, bro. None of them have successful relationships. They just teaching you how to quote unquote get laid and then keep it moving. But when you look at all these dudes, none of them are in successful relationships or living the life that they want to that they want to push on to you. They talking about making six figures and this and that. But it's like, bro, look at yourself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, I don't know, that discernment is real. And I had to grow out of that, because I remember when I first came into the red pill, the shit was making sense. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit, and it's just me being real. You know what I'm saying?
But it does. I will say this about the red pill people, because they push on this traditional mindset. Everything they say isn't wrong. I will say that. I don't think that everything they say is wrong. It's the delivery and it's the intention behind it.
Exactly.
And that's what messes them up, because it's just like, then it starts sounding like you want slaves. Then it starts sounding like you view women as subhuman, and you don't view them as a human, but you view them as property. And it's just like, hey, bro, don't take, you know what I'm saying, like, good teachings and then twist them for your own making. Because like you said, none of the men who are on these shows, who are on all these podcasts, I've yet to see them with a woman.
Legit.
I've yet to see them in
for more than 5 days. like legit, they may come to the podcast with arm candy, but they not staying with them.
I've yet to see it.
And out about them like the Derek Branson. All these
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
Like when we found out about him, we found out, oh dang, you've been doing dirt. Umar, oh damn, you've been doing dirt. It's like, so you can't just listen to everybody.
You can't, but the thing is with the internet, and that's why I always say it's tough being a personality on the internet, because I consider myself a personality. You know what I'm saying? We're not experts in therapy and stuff like that, so I'm not even going to say like you should always listen. I'm very much a do as I say, not as I do person. But it's just like, people can be whoever on the internet, and we can all sound smart on the internet, but it's like, does your life reflect that? Sorry. Like, you know, when people be going off talking about something, because, you know, like I told you, remember when I got ate up for that video about fucking for free, and all the girls were like, yeah, I don't fuck for free because it's for $100. And you look at how you live, and it's like,
and that's what
are you sure?
You fucking somebody for free.
Are you sure? Because I'm not seeing a high rise. I'm not seeing like the luxury living. If you are getting paid for the pussy like you saying you are, and you got these, and you got the platform, you got the followers, all of that, but it's like your life doesn't reflect it, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, and that's what with the youth, because there were a bunch of young kids, you know, there was like a video on Twitter and Steve-O, Sneeko.
Yeah, Sneeko.
He had found some boys at like a baseball game, and they're like 12, 10, fuck bitches, fuck women. And he's like,
he's starting to realize it,
And I'm like, yeah, that's what we're creating at a smaller level. Like we be thinking these conversations are just with us 30-year-olds. It's like, no, the kids are on the internet and they hear this. And it's like, ain't none of y'all showed y'all girlfriend while y'all out here talking all that craziness. You could at least show your longtime girlfriend before you spew that bullshit. Show me the girl making your sandwich at 3 a.m. For the girls who are making the sandwiches at 3 a.m., it better be for a man who is taking care of all them bills. Y'all be out here. And for the girls who be telling what y'all be doing, hey, it better be for that man who got y'all. Right. I heard them tires, them brakes. We are both in the same. Hey, I heard that. The way my finances are set up, I cannot handle a tofu tonight.
So while we on the subject, let's wrap this shit up.
Yes, but this has been fun though.
No, for real. What are some good habits to curb alcohol consumption or consumption of any type of narcotic or substance?
I know.
Want to go?
Yeah, you know, I actually have a list, and I know people at home who are watching are like, "No, she's the one giving this after she just downed the mics harder." But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, a few things, just a few tips I want to highlight, because honestly, like we talked about smoking, we have entered an unhealthy cycle with our vices. Our smoking, our drinking is starting to, honestly, it's because we're escaping. So it's like one of them, I want to say, let's have a healthy wind down routine. You know what I'm saying? We understand sometimes alcohol helps people sleep. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you wish to improve your quality of sleep, come back on the daily alcohol consumption. Consider building a healthy wind down routine to help you decompress. Try to have activities that don't involve drinking. You know, a lot of our parties and social activities, you know what I'm saying, circles or centers around alcoholism or getting high to the highest degree. And then, turning up. Keep yourself busy. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, a lot of us drink out of boredom. Not gonna hold you. I definitely do that when I want to add a little razzle dazzle to my day. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes my videos a little bit more fun. And then also, let's just find ways to just have fun, and then find quick distractions when the urge hits, like read a book, journaling, calling a friend, things of that nature. So I think those are just some tidbits that we should consider, because I want to see us prosper. You know what I'm saying? I want to see us grow as a community, but the liquor got a hold on us.
Yeah.
A hold. But that was my contribution.
Anything y'all want to add?
For me personally, it was how I want to word this. For me, it was prayer, really prayer, and working out, finding things to. Because here's the thing about life in general. My father tells me this quote. I can't remember who said it, but he says, "The nature abhors a vacuum." ABHORS. Abhor means it hates. In other words, nature hates a vacuum. So if you get rid of something, you have to replace it with something, on some like law of equivalent exchange. So when I got rid of weed, I had to find something else to fill, that void. You know what I'm saying? So in my case, it was Allah. You know what I mean? Who, is the Arabic word for God. You know what I mean? And I had to like really, do my own homework, you know what I'm saying? And get heavy into prayer and things like that. Because what made me stop smoking was, when I first got into Islam, as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I had like, I had, I was smoking and drinking, but I was also teaching. And it was like, dang, bro, like I want to be like a better example, a better representation, because I started to read the Quran and things like that. And that just made me want to be better in my own personal journey. So it's like, okay, if I'm finna stop this, I got to replace it with something. And that's when I was like, okay, let me work out, So I got up, prayed, and I work out, you know what I'm saying? Because the cravings that hit me. And then I got like heavy into my art because, I do drawings, you know what I'm saying? I'm also a manga artist. So it's like I had to find different things to kind of help with that process. And, it takes time. It's something that takes time because like that when you stop smoking, your dreams get vivid, and then you can't sometimes eating is kind of wonky because it's like, dang, bro, like I'm used to eating and then smoking, so it's like it becomes your religion. You know what I'm saying? Like weed was a big part of my religion. You know what I'm saying? Marijuanaism. You know what I mean? And I had to like literally find a way to replace it and like kind of do that. So, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my journey. Just me being a witness to my journey and like what I had to do to like kind of overcome that. Because like quit smoking, that was something that took me. I had quit like 4 times and went right back. But this time when I finally said enough was enough and I wanted to be that example, you know what I'm saying? I had to like literally tell all my homies, I'm like, hey, bro, when y'all high or whatever, like, don't ask me. Don't pass it to me. Don't ask me. Woo, woo. And it was that was a part of it too, like making sure that they know. Because if you don't say nothing to them, they're going to keep, and then you're going to keep getting, you're going to keep wanting to pick it up. So it's like, I'm glad I had all of them around me and they were all supportive of my decision. So they was like, you know what? Don't pass that to Khalil. So, I'm able to be around them or around whoever, you know what I'm saying? And like actually be okay, without having to succumb or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, at the same time, everything comes at its time. When it's time, you'll know and you'll execute on it. For me, it was my time. So that's why I don't look at nobody else or whoever is doing whatever. It's like, hey, if you in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's time, whenever that time comes, it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be months, years, whatever. It'll come in its own time because no person, place, or thing can stop anyone or a thing whose time has come. For sure.
I'm fucking with it. And speaking of time, it's about time that we wrap the show up.
Sure.
We got the final part of the show that we always call the hidden gem is when we highlight an artist and their music. You know what I'm saying? They ain't necessarily got to be new music, but we highlight an artist. And today, you're the hidden gem. Oh. You do music as well. You go by the stage name
Khalil
Halim,
the 25th scientist.
And Khalil Halim, the 25th scientist, and this is Black on Black on Black.
Groove. Just like that, bro. I like the way that rock. Drums. Some slight. Some real slight like. Yeah. So I went to the museum yesterday with a dime. We saw with little art from my people. We from divine. I can tell from the art we ain't Negroes. We sublime. I can tell you we were more than slaves. We spoke that science. Yeah, I see the signs. I'm something of a scientist. My method look like madness. In my lab, I be applying this. Took all of our work. I coach your tongue. Ain't no denying it. Repurpose and repackage back to us. Why they be lying, kid? Back up, Wody. You ain't know you in the image of Allah. Why you looking scrunched up when I'm not? And are you not the God? Slavery has changed. No longer are we deep in shackles, though. The new slave in the mind of those who rear under them jackals. Go back unto your own. The separation here, we in it, though. I'm black on black, so black we darker than them tinted windows, yo. See me in my black whip posted up with my Nintendo. So when you see me doing what I do best, you remember, bro.
Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black.
At the start of the seventh day, everything will be black. When God rests from his work, there'll be nothing here made from lack. You don't have to believe it, it'll remain a whole fact of the hereafter. I'm certain we keep working, don't look back, hold up. I'm about me, my peoples, I don't care for those who hate on that. I got me and my peoples with me, don't make us go get on that. If you ain't talking reparations, my G, you can get on back. Black was here before all of these colors, don't sit on that. Penny for your thoughts, matter of fact, don't say nothing to me. Ain't fazed by the symbolism, so to me it's nothing truly. Dude into my messenger, my similes and metaphors. I'm Mr. Brown and Blue, we like them dogs you find in reservoirs. Word to Tarantino, we know we the first, will be the last on Alpha and Omega them. Lord has not forsaken them. We paid our dues 400, now we up and that's on Abraham, the image of our father, the most high. They say we favor him.
Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. Okay.
I like your guess.
I heard some
Let
decent
me
ones
think
for
of all the
Temple
guests
Tantrums.
that you've ever.
Are you Simple Tantrums? I'm responsible for a lot of people that's been in here.
Yeah, 'cause
Brianna,
I like Brianna.
Liv Aldi.
Oh yes, I liked her.
This man don't even know the sponsor.
Pause. I like that one dude.
God damn.
They had the dancers. Like
Reyes
Anthony.
Angel.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Red.
For sure.
He got to come back because they're doing great
bring
things.
it back,
They've
'cause
been
he
on
came to
tour.
our show.
Let me tell you something. No, he hasn't. I went to one of their workshops, and I feel like Kurt has seen my workshop in which I failed miserably. I need a round two. No, I need a round two with that young with the young man because he washed me. They washed me because he had us dancing for Little Saint. I was supposed to be
doing it for
1, 2,
Little
3,
Saint?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was there for the beginner level.
You was doing it for us.
No, my man's. We was in there with Chris Brown Jr. It was not.
I'm dead. Yeah.
But before we continue, before we wrap, that was our hidden gem, Black on Black on Black by Khalil A. Appreciate you for blessing us.
The 25th science.
25th. I was
The
gonna say.
kid, Khalil Halim, the 25th
Science
scientist.
is like a trial call question. You got to
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Sure.
But yeah, no, this was another fire ass episode, man.
Definitely.
I appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate all of you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, for allowing me on.
Absolutely. And there we have it. Another episode of the Real Fake Therapy Podcast, the Fake Therapy Podcast. You can follow us everywhere. Twitch.tv/Real Fake Therapy Podcast, Real Fake Therapy Pod on all social media. Look for us. Google us, baby. That's how you can get in tune with us. And you know me, the big dog, Kurt Dempsey. You can follow me everywhere at BNR_Demps. Brianna, where can they find you?
You can find me on Brianna Temple. That's my main page. My Evil Brianna page is Otissa Harrison. My Twitter page is Temple's Tantrums. My Snapchat is Temple in the House. And then my TikTok is Temple Tantrums. And then my IG is Temple_Tantrums. I'm gonna deduce it one day. I promise you.
One of these days. One of these days. I really think
Deduce.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Consolidate.
Yeah.
Consolidate.
What
You
the
know I use
deuce?
words wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What the deuce? What the
When he's
deuce?
like, what the deuce?
What the
Stewie.
deuce? Yeah.
When you said,
Where can they find you, Brother Mitch?
don't look for me, I'll find you.
Hey, but if you need some crisp audio, if you need to get your sounds right, please come to the Dugout. The Dugout Productions on Instagram. Brother Khalil, where can they find you?
You can just type in Halim number 25.
Put both of his names together.
No, he did. Yeah, Brother Khalil. I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of slick though. Like I ain't gonna lie, Khalil. Like I'm like, man, that sounds like some.
I ain't heard that name all
for
show.
real.
Brother
Yeah,
Khalil.
no,
Can they
I'm like, who the fuck is this?
But now, I give out my mangaka name. You can find me everywhere. Not Khalil Halim, but Halim number 25. That's Halim NO.25. You know, that's my artist name. You know what I'm saying? I'm the editor-in-chief at Sorugo, a black-owned manga/comic publishing company.
Absolutely. And always remember, never forget, the therapy may be fake, but the love is always real.
That's legit.
We out.
Yes, sir.
Yay! Good time.